Meesh here. Welcome back to my channel and happy spooky season. So today I'm going to show you guys how to get this Fendi Fiend look that I did for Halloween. Basically all I'm doing right here, I'm taking my jumbo pencil from NYX in the color Milk, I believe, and I'm tracing out the areas that I want my Fendi prints to go. And I'm doing one on the right side of my face and one on my left eye. And then I'm going to take this glue stick and I'm going to go over my eyebrows with the glue to get them to lay down and basically conceal them completely, because I do not want them to show underneath my Fendi print. So as you guys can see, this method wasn't really working for me. My eyebrows were a little bit too thick and coarse to really be concealed under just concealer. So I basically tried everything to get it to be hidden, but it wasn't really working. So this wasn't the best method because the tissue paper looked a little wrinkled, but it was a lot better than my eyebrows poking out. I tried to get it as flat as possible, which I think I did a pretty good job doing, but you know, there were still some ripples in there because it is just tissue paper I'm trying to stick to my face. And then I just went back and touched up the white lines that I already drew. And then I went in with this concealer palette that I had, and I took the brown shade and I just filled in the blank areas inside of the dotted lines that I already drew. And this is going to be the base of my Fendi print. And I also went in with a darker foundation, that way it had a really smooth consistency, because I didn't want it to be splotchy, I didn't want it to be transparent at all, so I wanted to use a full coverage foundation just to get that smooth look to it. So now I'm going to go in with the liquid latex. I got this from Spirit Halloween, and I just used a Q-tip and I was dipping it in the bottle just to get it to, you know, be flat and smooth, and I wanted it to be able to control where I was placing it so it wouldn't be too messy. And then I'm just taking tiny pieces of tissue paper and I'm just sticking it onto those lines that I already created. And I'm taking the end of my paintbrush and just using that to stick it on real well. So I stuck tissue paper all the way up the line, and I just kind of folded back the tissue already placed with the tip of my paintbrush again. And then I started on the other side as well, doing the exact same thing, putting the latex down, sticking the tissue paper to it, putting another layer of latex on top of the tissue paper, and then peeling up that tissue paper. That way it looks like my skin is peeling up. And so now I'm just touching up that whatever foundation got messed up while I was doing my latex. And now I'm starting my Fendi print. I completely freehanded this. I'm pretty sure it'd been a lot easier had I got a stencil or something, but I really wanted it to look exactly like the Fendi print. And I just took some NYX eyeliner and used a little mirror and just went for it. I kind of just drew on the print as I was looking at it, and then I touched it up with some little black paint that I just got from Hobby Lobby, some little face paint, and I just filled it in and tried to touch up the edges and get them as sharp as possible. And a trick that I was using, after I would draw on my Fendi prints and after I would let it dry a little while, I would go back in with that same concealer with a very flat brush and just line it up really, really well and just clean it up as if you were like cleaning up your eyebrows or something. So now I'm completely done with my Fendi print on one side. As you guys can see, I kind of messed up. You can see me going back in with that concealer and just going over the little flaws and touching up the little details. That way each Fendi print looks really good and really clean and really sharp, kind of like the actual Fendi print does. And I'm just making sure that it's completely flawless and completely clean. So I'm finishing up the Fendi print on the other side, filling those in and cleaning them up with concealer. Now it's time for my foundation and my actual makeup. And I'm just going in with some Makeup Forever foundation. It wasn't really applying well, so I went in and just started squirting foundation on my face and just going in with a kabuki brush and blending that out. So then you can see me going in with a little sponge and just going over that liquid latex with that same foundation. That way it looks like it is my actual skin. And this was a little bit tricky just because the latex has its own separate color. So early on I decided that I would be going over it, which I will show you guys later in the video. And I'm just touching up my face with some powder, making sure, you know, I have that matte finish, and I'm going in with my ABH dip brow and just doing one eyebrow, you know, pretty basic stuff, same thing as you would do your regular makeup. Just filling that in really well and making sure my eyebrows look cute and neat. So now it's time for eyeshadow. I just used the Morphe 35V and 39A, I believe, palette to complete this look. I just did a pretty basic look for the most part, you know, transition shade. I darkened it up with the 39A palette, and I just went in with the cute little lid color, kind of sparkly, nothing too drastic because I really want the focus of the look to be on the Fendi print and not on my other eye. So now I'm just contouring my face. I'm putting that darker concealer on my forehead, my cheekbones, along the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow, just so I can add a little more color to my face so I don't look as flat. And now I am just going in with a very dark eyeshadow, basically black. I wanted a black smoky eye because I didn't just like it plain without anything on it. And I'm just blending that out real well. The concealer that I used was pretty oily, so it did cause my eyeshadow to crease a bit. But I just kind of worked around it and just blended it out as best as I can. But it still ended up creasing a little bit, but that's okay. So I went ahead and applied some lipstick and my first lash off camera, and then I went in. I'm using lashes by Bella Rose Lash Company, and these are in the shade Luna Day, I believe that's how it's pronounced, and I absolutely love these lashes. They are so bomb and they're so cute. The packaging's real cute. They come in this cute white box with glitter all over it, and Bella writes you guys a personalized note. If you guys want a discount code, just use, I believe my code is Meesh, and I'll put that in the bio for you guys. Okay, so now I'm going in with some fake blood that I also got from Spirit Halloween, and I'm taking that same sponge that I was using earlier and dipping it in the blood and just putting it alongside the peeling skin area just to get it, more blended in and make it look more scary. So I'm blending that out, and I also noticed that I didn't like how red it was, so I decided to go back in with a little darker lipstick and also with some dark eyeshadows just to give it a bruised, old blood type look. I went in with some purple, some darker colors, some browns. I think I put a little blue in there just to give it that real natural bruised, bloody look. Okay, so for this part, I completely ended up changing it because after looking at it for a while, I realized I did not like it at all. My whole concept of doing these lines was to make it look like my skin was pulling, like I was able to pull my skin up. But, it was okay. The concept was cool, but like overall, I think leaving it plain was a lot better. So after I did all of this, I just went back in and I covered it up with my foundation and just touched it up a little bit, and that picture is on my Instagram if you wanted to see how that looked. But I just did it like this, and if you do like this look, I just use some black eyeshadow and then some white liner. But that is all for this look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later. Happy Halloween and stay spooky, guys.